And Twitch, I don't know if Twitch says we're live, but OBS says we're live.
We are live.
How do you know?
I got the message.
Holy shit, that was quick.
Yeah, the iPhone's fast.
Yep, we're live.
Oh, I just got it too. Nice, so I guess we're live, so I guess we'll just get started right away for once. Holy cow. Alright, welcome everybody. 4GwQPodcast, episode 26 for Thursday, January 22nd. I was trying to be one of those phone bots, but it didn't quite work out. Anyway, welcome to tonight's show. We have our usual crew here tonight, thankfully. We've got Clowns all the way on the left. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
We've got Little Turtle Boy.
Hi.
And if you missed last week's episode, we had a little change of Turtle's Twitter handle, so make note of that if you want to get in touch with him at any point during your lifetime. And we have Assassin next. What's up, Assassin? And we've got not Sassy the Giraffe this time, but Emma Watson.
No, not Emma Watson, just Emma.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, just Emma. Is Emma going to say anything?
No, she's quiet.
Wow, she's being quiet. All right. And I am Inferno 217, as always. Welcome. All right, so let's get right into it. And thank the guys over at Xbox Culture and by association Turtle. Thank you for helping us advertise our show and being...
Wait.
What?
You didn't introduce Clowns.
Yeah, I introduced Clowns. He was the first
like
one.
the first person.
Oh.
He
Turtle.
said, what's up?
Wow.
Do you even 4 guys recorders, bro? Do you even 4 guys
Apparently
recorders?
not.
Wow, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Anyway, all right, xboxculture.com. We're not even going to thank Turtle anymore. We're just going to thank xboxculture.com for advertising our show and being a good place to talk about gaming, Xbox in particular. They also have cool news articles, and they have great interviews done by themselves, not hired out by any foreign junkies or anything. And they have a great set of forums over there that if you sign up and make 5 posts, I think, or 3, or whatever the new established number is, I think it was officially confirmed as 3.
The number is now 3,000.
Oh, maybe. No, it's definitely
That's
3.
3.
It's 3. 3 posts over in the forums. You are eligible to participate in the giveaways. I don't know what this month's giveaway is, but it's sure to be good. So go over there, go check it out. They give away like full retail games and stuff very often, so go check it out. xboxculture.com. Thank you very much.
This month, the giveaway is $50 Leap Trade credit and $25 Leap Trade credit.
Nice. Leap Trade credit. Go check it out. All right. Press start, as we always do so often when we turn our systems on. Actually, you don't really press start anymore, do you? But anyway, it works. Let's talk about what we've been playing most recently. Let's start with Assassin, since he never starts.
Some Far Cry 4. Just been grabbing all the collectibles and crap there. Finished the AC Unity beta.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Yep. What else? There was some other game. Crew with Turtle. Breaking the game. Making the fun being ruined a little bit.
Actually, to do that, you just have to turn the game on and play it to ruin the fun on that one.
No.
Okay, go
Turtle
ahead. Sorry.
ruined the fun. You hit continue instead of retry. Let's see. Last of Us and Infamous on the PS4.
Jesus, we're playing a shit ton.
And I beat PT, for the playable demo for Silent Hills game that's going to come out.
Nice.
I jumped a few times and did not scream like a little girl.
Surprisingly.
And I think that's,
Is that it? Because that was like
that's-
10 games or so, for Christ's sake.
I think
Like,
that's
holy
it.
cow.
I think.
All right. Cool. Cool.
Hey, little interruption. I don't think we have audio coming through.
We definitely have audio coming through.
I don't
We
hear it
have
on mine.
we have audio. I
Yeah.
can hear.
Okay, that's just me then.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right. So, Turtle, why don't you continue? Tell us what you've been playing lately, other
Oh.
than ruining the crew with Assassin.
Okay, I have been playing The Crew, and today I was playing Riptide.
Yeah, we'll
And
talk
I've been
about that a little
playing, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Saints Row 4 also.
Saints Row 4 re-elected or Get Out of Hell? Which one? Oh, you only have re-elected.
Re-elected. Yeah, I only have re-elected.
Right? All right. Sick. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit more later, too, when we talk about the new releases this week, but thank you for that little synopsis. Clowns, what have you been playing?
Nothing
on the Xbox lately, huh?
Not really, no. Not really.
What have you been playing on Wii?
Wii U, man. I am taking that card to the Wii U, the Mario Kart 8, unlocking all the characters. And then today, thanks to Vector Unit, we've been playing a little bit of Riptide.
Right.
And that's about it for me.
Very cool, yeah. Mario Kart and dying to get back into that. Haven't had a lot of time this week, but when I have had time, I've been playing some Battlefield. I've been playing I tried out Riptide a little bit. I have my thoughts on that. We'll save that for later in the show. What else have I been playing? Haven't played anything else? Oh, Plants vs. Zombies I played with Turtle a little bit with Cody. That was fun. I'll probably get back into that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's pretty much it for gaming this week for me. But hopefully next week we get Dying Light and we can check that out and bring some more thoughts about that for you next week. But as many of you probably know, that doesn't come out until next week. So yeah, let's press start. Speaking of betas, since we were just talking about Unity beta, if you will.
Yep.
We all played the Evolve beta last week. It ended on, what was that, Monday? It ended?
Yeah, I think so.
Tuesday, the 19th.
Was it Tuesday?
The 19th.
No, the 19th was Monday. So it ended Monday. We all got a chance to play it. We talked a little bit about it on the last show, but now that we've all had a chance to play it a little more, are we up or down about Evolve after the beta?
Up.
Down.
Assassin's up. Clowns is down. I'm up.
I'm down.
I'm up, but the smallest amount of up you probably could be. But I'm up.
Look, I think they did great with the graphics overhaul. I mean, whatever they did, the graphics seem to have improved, but the gameplay is just not doing it for me. I mean, it's going to end up repetitive. I mean, if that's what people want in next-gen repetitive stuff, that's just not for me.
Zabe Blazem in the chat says up. He's up on it as well. So, but Clowns, you make a good point. I mean, it is really repetitive. I mean, I will give you that.
Yep.
I will give you that. I did not try that other game mode. Did anybody try that other game mode?
No, I hadn't installed it before it even released.
Yeah.
I tried, but they gave you two different options. You could be, it was co-op or PvP. So, I wanted to try it, but since I didn't want to do PvP, I wanted the AI to be the monster this time. Everyone kept on backing out on co-op, so I couldn't even get a match in. But they gave me a tutorial on the thing, which it seemed pretty interesting.
Right.
The game mode. So.
Damn, I wish I had a chance to try it, but unfortunately I did not. However, I am a little bit up on it. Turtle, why are you not up on it?
It's just too repetitive.
Yeah.
Not just repetitive, but the controls are kind of weird, and I just can't get used to the controls.
Yeah. No, I agree. The way you select all your abilities and stuff, why can't you just make that the D-pad? I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could remap that to the D-pad, I'd be so much happier with the game.
I think Evolve would have been better as a platformer.
Yeah, dude, they could have put some story into this. I feel like this is gonna go down with the same kind of thing as Titanfall. There's not gonna be really a story, and the single player is just gonna be against AI characters, and it's just gonna suffer the same fate, which sucks because I was really looking forward to this game. This one, best of show at E3. What is it, 2013 or 2014? I think 2013. 2013 best of show, I think so. For a game to win Best of Show, get delayed, have this many people playing the beta, it was fun, but, I mean, it's going to get old for me. I don't know if I can spend $60 on it. It's looking closer to a $40 game for me. But how much does it have to be for you guys to buy it before we jump off this topic?
25.
The highest for
25.
me, I would probably go maybe 30.
30? Sassy?
The highest would maybe 45 if I have nothing to play and I'm desperate to play something. But if I it's just I have games to play, probably 40.
Okay.
Never play a game out of desperation. That's the worst thing you could do in life.
That's true. That's true. But Evolve doesn't come out for another couple weeks, so I'm sure we'll have more thoughts about it when it comes out and we get the full featured game. But I did like being able to choose different characters in the same class. I did like trying out that robot with the UAV and the heat-seeking missile thing and the or the guided missile rather. I like doing that, so that kind of added a new element for me. But yeah, Xbox Culture in the chat says Evolve is way better than that Titan fail.
I disagree.
I gotta say I had more fun with Titanfall.
I had a ton of fun with Titanfall. As much as I hated the game on the repetitiveness, I mean it's less repetitive than Evolve.
Right. Yeah, gotta agree.
I got bored with Evolve with just in the time of the beta. I got bored with the gameplay of it, but Titanfall I managed to play for about 2 or 3 months.
And I feel like Titanfall you can play without friends, whereas Evolve, I think if you play without friends or you're not in chat, like it's gonna be a waste of time.
No.
But I mean, if we all got it, like I'm sure we'd have a hell of a lot of fun with it. But Titanfall, I think was better than what it got credit for, and story mode certainly not, but multiplayer, yes, better than what it got credit for. But yeah, we gotta move on. So let's talk about the newest announcement from 343 Industries about Halo Master Chief Collection. Apparently, it's gotten to a point where the content updates need their own betas. Wow, guys, we've sunk to a whole new low for 343, I think, with content update betas. Apparently, the news on this one is that they have been testing the content update internally for matchmaking and party experiences. Specifically, they said that this update, quote, includes changes to matchmaking experience and party system. So apparently they've been testing it internally, but they can't get the numbers really that they need to fully test it. So now they're opening it up to preview program members that opt in through the survey app. So what do you guys think about this one? Anyone?
I signed up for it. I probably shouldn't have, since probably no one's going to. But I mean, it gives me, it's stupid that we have to beta test a content update for everyone else. I mean, is what are we doing these days? Letting this go, out of proportion or whatever with these betas. But I mean, if it lets me, try to help make Halo better, I might as well. Who knows? They might do something nice to the people who are beta testing their updates.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't. But I mean, if it gives it, if I can do something to make Halo better, then might as well go back to the community a little bit.
Right.
I got to start thinking though, is it just these publishers on next gen system, or is it the systems themselves that are having issues? I mean, maybe everything about these systems weren't cut out clear to these developers, or explained well enough to them to avoid these type of bugs. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they should have just gave out these systems as a beta test instead of, that's what I'm thinking.
So maybe this kind of thing is going to be a thing of the past going forward.
Hopefully,
because I feel like the beta thing is becoming the norm now. It's like you never got into betas before. Personally, for me, when I got into like the Gears of War 3 beta, multiplayer beta for Xbox 360, I was giddy, dude, because that's like something you never got into, and then like all of a sudden, like everybody's getting into betas. So, Turtle, you didn't say anything. You want to say something about it?
Yeah, actually, one thing I wanted to point out was I've heard a lot of complaints about this beta thing for Halo. People saying that we shouldn't have to beta test something we already paid for. which
No,
kind of is
I get it. Dude.
yeah, which kind of is try to do. Kind of agree with that. But one thing I want to point out is people also buy early access games on Steam, which are basically the same thing.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, but the difference between early access and Halo now, I mean, you're paying. Let's just say H1Z1. It actually says early access. You're paying for basically what it could be a broken game.
Right, going in there is that chance. Whereas now everyone's paid
let's
the
not
money.
even get started. We can't even compare H1Z1 to this.
Yeah, no kidding. But,
Yeah, but it's more of just like the point of the knowing that you're getting a broken game versus paying $60 on Xbox and not knowing you're getting a broken game.
Right.
They should just pass like a game lemon law. If the game's broken, they should refund your money. Period. No questions asked.
Honestly, I kind of think that with last gen, once they introduced updates and patches, that kind of made developers a little lazy.
Yeah, no, it's way easier now to patch these games than ever, for sure, because you got these consoles always on. You got people, being prompted to take updates and not being able to reject them, and it's getting too common for these people to push so many updates. But I mean, you can look at the other side of the coin that they're always making the game better and blah blah blah. But for a game like Halo, I think this is unacceptable. I think Assassin's Creed Unity, at least they gave the DLC for free, or most of it. But and like The Witcher is gonna give stuff for free because they don't believe in charging for DLC, and who else is giving DLC for free? That's screwed up a game.
But at least with The Witcher, though, I mean, they're pushing their dates back because they know they got to fix stuff.
Right.
I give them credit for being honest up front.
Right, exactly. So moral of the story on this one, I think, is just be honest up front. And, especially with Halo, like they said, they pushing out updates to fix it. They're pushing out updates to fix it. And they're like, this is the one that fixes it, and it doesn't fix it. And now we're in a point where now we're beta testing fixes. So they're clearly, to me, that says I'm not anywhere close to fixing it. But that's just me, maybe. Anything else about this before we move on?
One thing with how Halo, they're giving us this free month of gold. I mean, we just got it, and then what was it, ODST? I think they should do, since we have to beta test now, I think they should do something more, maybe Reach, or maybe a discount off of 5 if you're gonna buy it, or something.
Right.
Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I agree. Maybe that's coming down the pipeline. They definitely have to improve their image, though. And I don't want to say that it ruined the 5 launch, because 5 looks like it's going to be really good. But, I mean, this is going to leave a sour taste in people's mouths, and it already has for some of us here, clearly.
Yep.
So, let's move on. Windows 10 and Xbox. Making love. Sweet,
Big
sweet
news.
love. Big news? I thought you said Bing news, like you were making a Microsoft joke. I'm like, wow. What a loser.
News.
Big news. Windows 10 and Xbox. Yeah, Xbox is going to be a huge part of Windows 10, it appears. Phil Spencer was on stage talking about all the new Xbox integration. It's going to be in Windows 10. Comes standard on every computer that has Windows 10. So basically the Smart Glass app is being integrated. So you can watch game clips, you can check your friends list and messages, even party chat with people on Xbox Live on their Xboxes. Which is
that's pretty
huge.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Huge. Also, what else? You're gonna be able to stream your Xbox One to any Windows 10 PC in the house. So if someone wants to watch TV and you want to play a game on your PC or your Surface tablet or whatnot, you can go ahead and do that. And apparently it is rumored that actually it's not even rumored because Phil Spencer said it himself, but he can't confirm that it's going to happen. is that they want not only cross-platform to be a standard, which it will be for Fable and a couple other Windows games, but they're going to want cross-buy as well for all games that are on Windows and Xbox. So I think those are the big things. I don't know if I missed anything. But the big hitters, I think, definitely party chatting with your friends on Xbox, achievements, which I missed, achievements on PC, and cross-platform gaming. So Fable, they showed off Fable.
Yeah, the
Legends,
cross-platform
yeah.
is going to help them sell Windows 10.
So,
Yep.
yeah, go ahead, Klaus. What are you saying?
No, that's what that's all about. That cross-platform stuff. It's going to help them sell Windows 10. And if you think about it, this is a big move from Microsoft too, because they got the Steam boxes that are already coming out, and Steam's OS hasn't been put on all those boxes. Instead, like, manufacturers are using it around a Windows-based system now. So if Microsoft took grip of that and did something like that with Windows 10 and make those like upgradable Steam boxes in the future with cross-platform compatibility, imagine how much market share Microsoft would gain.
Definitely. Definitely. Turtle, you said you were excited about a particular thing that I don't recall right now, but I remember you saying when we were watching this at the same time, you said that you were excited about something, but it wasn't party chat, but it was something else, and I can't remember.
Was it the DVR?
Yes. Okay, yeah. So explain to us the changes in that, too, because I didn't say that either.
Yeah, the Xbox DVR will also be carried over into the new Xbox app for Windows 10 by allowing you to record gameplay clips and share the clips to social media networks and to your Xbox friends by just like recording any PC game. Well, I'm not sure if it's like any PC game. I'm pretty sure it's just
the thing. That's the ding. That's the That's, you know, there's always a catch, right, with these kinds of things.
Yeah.
That's the catch. So
yeah. Another feature is the ability to just like click on your friends. Like you were talking about the cross-platform, just click on your friends and join instantly on games.
Right.
That's going to be a big thing.
Right. Yeah, I think. What was I gonna say? Oh, cross-buy. I think that's interesting too. The cross-buy thing, because it's not exactly like what Sony already does. Because we all know, like, Sony already does this, right? I mean, some of you guys have probably done this who have Sony, like PS3, PS4, or Vita, or whatever, right? You buy a game on Vita or PS4, whatever, you get it on the other one. But that's like within the same family, and those games are generally, you know, console-only games. Now we're looking at like PC games and a lot of PC-only games that may make their way over to Xbox, and you'll be able to buy one and get both and whatnot. Do you think it's different, or do you think it's the same?
I think it's the same, because like whenever Fable Legends releases, who knows, might be able to get the PC version just by getting the Xbox One version.
No, yeah, they're definitely talking about that. Like, that's definitely very close to a possibility. Like, I would actually bet money on that.
Yeah.
That's actually going to happen for that game. But what about other PC games? You know, like, what about maybe, like, Hardline, for example?
I mean, it's possible.
It may be unlikely.
I kind of doubt that. I kind of doubt that because EA has their own platform, which is Origin, so that might make things a little bit difficult.
Yeah. No, I understand. That's true.
Unless they work out a deal with developers and publishers to put their games on the Microsoft Windows Store.
Right. See, that's the thing. Is it gonna be limited to only Windows Store stuff? Because it is you know, it is already in effect with the PC and PS4 cross sharing. There's only one game that's going to be able to do it, and that's Street Fighter. But you know, that's certainly not like a Sony game. You know, that's a Capcom game. That's not, you know, sold through a Sony store or whatnot. So, I mean, I think it's possible that this will leak out into other games. That it's not just going to be, you know, on the Windows Store kind of stuff. but maybe I could be wrong. Anybody else about anything about the Windows 10 stuff? Assassin, you've been quiet about it.
Were they gonna add anything to like the Xbox, like any new like Windows 10 apps? Weren't they saying some?
Yeah. So they talked briefly about like you talking about like Office and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're talking briefly about like potentially getting, Windows 10 apps onto. I mean, they're definitely going to get Windows 10 apps onto the Xbox. Like the Windows apps that you see, like VLC and stuff, will probably make their way over to Xbox. But the big hitters like Word and Excel, they were talking about that. And I think even though it may be hard to like create stuff on the Xbox, like just being able to show stuff on the Xbox, I think could be a cool possibility. I think that's really the angle they're going to be going for. What do you guys think about that? Like, maybe like if you had a PowerPoint presentation, you could show it on your Xbox. You know what I mean? Something like that, or a spreadsheet, or a table or something you create in Excel. Or is that just a waste of time?
To be honest, I don't see a lot of gamers using that for anything.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. Like, they're not even as much as Phil Spencer is, trying to make it like we're dedicated to games. We're dedicated to games. I don't think they've lost their outlook on like capturing everybody. You know what I mean?
It does seem like they are still trying to push the Xbox One to be that one box that you need in your home to have everything right there.
Yeah. Xbox Culture in the chat says cross-platform and modding seems to be a tough job to keep the hackstores at bay. I didn't even think about the hacking scene if Windows, when Windows 10 comes to the Xbox. What do you think? What do you think?
I didn't think about that either. I mean, that does seem like push the hacking away, but I still think they'll probably find a way to do it.
Of course, I think it might even make it. I think it might make it easier, depending on how big of a thing Windows 10 actually is. If it is actually, they talk about Windows 10 being the same on PCs, tablets, phones, Xbox. Let's see how actually the same it really is.
Yeah, like Windows 10 games, like, are they going to be the same format as Xbox One games? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
the format that they're installed as.
Right.
So that might open up, like, modding, like, taking mods that you would normally make for PC versions and also putting them in Xbox One games.
Right.
Well, I think, Xbox Culture brings a good point with this. And what I can see happening from this is what we've seen recently on Android phones with locked bootloaders, SE Linux in the background, no root access. So imagine the next generation of PCs that ship with Windows 10. Maybe the hardware and the software will be DRM synced together, kind of like the way the Xbox One is now. So I can see something like that coming out of this. That's a very good point.
I do think that there will be some kind of DRM involved.
Well, this is only the beginning, so I'm sure we'll get more up on a future podcast because this is a big development. So yeah, I'm sure we'll have some articles on our website about it too as more news comes out. So check that out and make comments on that and whatnot, because this is a big thing that we definitely want to talk about often and thoroughly. So we'll make sure to do that as more information comes out. All right, let's move on to a topic that is very exciting for pretty much all of us here on the panel. Borderlands, the Handsome Collection.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
That is coming to Xbox One and PS4 on March 24th. So about 2 months away. And it includes an ass ton of content. I can't even put it another way. Like, there's just so much content that's going to be in this. And, I mean, the price hasn't been released yet, I don't think it's official, but, I mean, planning on it being $60.
Yeah, it's 60.
So, Borderlands 2 and all the DLC, and Borderlands pre-sequel, all the current DLC, and
future DLC.
all the
It'll
future
release
DLC as well.
Yeah, I'll have the season pass with it for pre-sequel.
Before we get into this topic, quickly on the last topic we were just talking about, J Street in the chat says, "Love your Xbox One so far, but you all used it for is games. Not really interested in the extra stuff." Yeah, I think
exactly.
I think that's true. Most of the people buying it aren't interested in the in the extra stuff. So maybe they will keep those Office apps and stuff like that away. But yeah, it's a good point you make, J Street. I think most people buying it now are just for gaming. I think that's the direction Microsoft is going. But I don't think they've forgotten about their original goal, if you will. But yeah, good point. Yeah, so Borderlands, handsome collection. Let's talk before we get into what is actually in it. I mean, we talked about what was in it just really briefly, but before we get like actually into it and talk about some of the specific things, let's talk about the special edition that they're only producing 5,000 of. $400. So let's just put that out there. $400 for a special edition that comes with a steel case, 12... I don't know what these lithographs are. They look like just cards to me. We have a picture of it if you're watching the video. And then the big hitting thing, obviously, is that remote control claptrap with the one wheel. Fully operational, remote control. It's got a camera for the eye that you can use your clap trap. Get it? It's the app, but trap. You can use the app on iPhone, and I don't know if it's on Android, but I know it's on iPhone. You can view what's going through that camera, so it's pretty cool. It looks pretty big from the picture. I mean, you can't tell really how big it is, I guess, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty cool. Only 5,000 of those are gonna be available. So before we get into what is gonna be in the standard game, that's $60. What do we think about the special edition? I mean, obviously none of us are gonna get it because it's $400, but you think there's gonna be a market for this? 5,000 of them gonna sell instantly, or?
I think there will be because Borderlands is such a popular series, and you have a lot of collectors that go after special editions.
Yeah, absolutely. There's gonna be special collectors all over that. Plus all those big Borderland cosplayers, and yeah, they're all gonna be all over.
Dude, I can just imagine at the next like Comic-Con or something, people are gonna bring their like remote control claptraps alongside them and shit. That's gonna be insane. I want to see a video of that on YouTube.
Well, we all know that there will be some popping up on eBay, most likely.
Oh yeah. First thing my brother said when I told him about it, he was like, "Dude, we need to buy one. Like, where do we find one? I don't care how much it costs. We need to buy one. I'm gonna flip it right away on eBay."
But, I mean, if I had the extra money, I would probably get one just to have it.
Couple of comments in the chat about this. J Street says $400. What? Come on. Yeah, I agree. $400. You know what the thing is? They're only producing 5,000 of them. They know they're going to get that money, J Street. That's the problem. They know they're going to get it because there's so many fans, like all of us have said. And so many collectors of this kind of stuff. And Xbox Culture says, better come with some Dom Perignon. Yeah, I don't think it comes with any of that. That would be like 130 to 160 just on itself. So I think they're gonna skip the Dom P. But that's just my opinion on that. Yeah, so the Borderlands special box, yeah, people are going to get that, no doubt. But I want to see that claptrap in action before I consider it seriously. So yeah, Borderlands 2 stuff, right, comes with a ton of content, right? It comes with all the characters that were released after. It comes with all of their packs for customizing them. It comes with like 5 campaign add-ons. The level cap increase, all the heads and the Cosmodrome and all this stuff, like all this crazy stuff, right? 31 character customization packs in total it comes with that were DLC. I mean, how can you argue this, dude? This is an incredible collection. And we didn't even say it was going to be 1080p 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even mention that. And then Borderlands pre-sequel content comes with a new class, one new DLC with level cap upgrade, and then apparently the future stuff it's going to get another campaign add-on and another playable class, it looks like. So what do we think about the value? $60? They're gonna get $60 out of us for this? Because I know we've argued in the show before about these re-releases and saying, "Oh, come on, why are they $60?" Example: Sleeping Dogs, like Turtle always talks about. But
Yeah. But I think this would be way better because it's 2 games and all of the DLC. And I never played Borderlands 2 or the pre-sequel, so I will definitely be picking this up.
anyone else on the value?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it.
So that's what we're gonna say.
I feel like they were gonna port the pre-sequel over, and that would have been $40. And I feel like to make it 60, they were like, whatever, Borderlands 2. But I don't even know where I was going with this. I had a good idea, but
Wow, dude.
when you said earlier, Turtle, you said it came with the season pass. Are you sure it's not the season pass? Because what I saw was all the DLC up to March.
No,
Right.
they confirmed on the Gearbox blog. They confirmed that it includes everything upcoming as well.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I just saw all the DLC up to the release.
Yeah, it'll have everything that's already been released and everything in the future.
Right.
Because I know Gearbox is trying to get as much money as they could possibly get off of the Borderlands name. So I didn't know if they were putting the whole season pass in there, try
Right.
to get more money out of this.
Right.
Yeah. Sale.
I think pre-sequel sales were low, and Clowns got it, fairly immediately at launch. And I had it reserved even, and Clowns was the one to tell me like, no, skip it. Like it's not that good, right, Clowns? At
Yeah,
first?
I didn't see any interest in it after I played it.
Right. Compared to like Borderlands 2 and such. I mean, it was. I don't think it got the reception that Borderlands 2 got, and I think they thought that just putting out a minor upgrade would get it done, but I don't think they saw the price. I mean I don't think they saw the price. People didn't like the price, and people didn't want to get it because of all the negative press and stuff, and it was just an update. It wasn't really a new game or anything.
And the story was kind of slow. It kind of
Right.
ruined it for a lot of people.
Exactly.
Isn't like 90% of the voices in pre-sequel Australian?
Really? I didn't hear about that.
Well, that's what I thought, because I was watching
2K
someone
Australia, right?
stream it. There was like all Australian accents.
Isn't it from 2K Australia?
Yeah, but I'm just...
Well, there you go.
I know, but, I mean... come on.
I mean, I'll definitely pick it up just because I missed it on last gen.
Yeah.
Right.
And like all of that extra content just seems like it makes the $60 worth it.
Right. And 1080p, 60 frames a second, looking gorgeous. I mean, it already looked good in the last gen consoles. I think. I like the art style and stuff. But go ahead.
They're also aiming for 30 frames per second in split screen up to 4 players.
Right. So I mean, I remember it wasn't on Borderlands 2, but I think it was Borderlands 1. I wanted to play with like 4 people, and it just wasn't working out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Couch co-op is kind of on its deathbed. I don't know if that's necessarily a great move, but I guess the demand was high enough that they felt to include it. So yeah. So that's Borderlands 2. Handsome collection. We'll probably all be picking it up. So if you're looking for somebody to play with, add us on Xbox. Our names are cycling below our heads. So yeah, that's that. Now I regret to bring this up on stream because I'm not really a huge fan of this game at all, but it is big news, so I feel like we have to talk about it. Elder Scrolls Online has now gone subscription free, so no more $15 a month for Elder Scrolls Online, and that will take effect on the PC on March 17th, and it will be rebranded as Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited, which I don't know what Tamriel is.
It's the in-game world for Elder Scrolls.
Oh, it's the in-game world, okay. Alright, so Tamriel Unlimited, March 17th on PC. But what does that mean for Xbox people, you ask? Well, it's coming to Xbox on June 9th. Price I don't think has been necessarily revealed, but I think plan on being 60. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and if you want to pay, there's still gonna be a pay option. It's called ESO Plus, Elder Scrolls Online Plus. Give you access to DLC, some game packs with additional adventure content and stuff. You know, some missions and whatnot, some costumes and all that jazz that you get with MMOs these days. But yeah, guys, talk about Elder Scrolls Online, because I would just bash it, but
Yeah.
You know, I just like to point out that I called it on this show a long time ago
Yep.
that I was gonna go free, and it was like, no, it won't. Yeah, because the numbers are bad. They're not holding their subscribers. So of course they have to make it, free for the sales of the game.
Yep. No, I remember that. You did call it.
I remember that too.
I'm not even gonna jip you out of it. Charlie, what did you say?
I think they're going kind of like the original route that the Sony Online took DC Universe at launch, where you bought that and then like you didn't have to, like, they dropped the subscription and then they also had like an optional subscription where you got access to all the DLC and everything.
Exactly.
And that seems like the same exact thing. It seems like they're taking the same route that DC Universe had.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
So my only worry is whenever it releases, we're going to be paying to buy the game and then play it. But what about later, like a year from now? What if it's not as popular and they make it free to play? What about all of us that like bought the disc or the download?
It's a good point.
Well, they could do, if they ever made the game truly free to play, they could give us all the DLC. Because I'm guessing that's not going to be free.
It's not gonna be $60.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Jesus,
they'd
dude.
probably be like, you buy the
bought it
game for
early.
$60.
Yeah.
Here, have all the DLC from, since the game launched to whenever the game's dead.
Yeah.
And maybe some microtransaction credit.
Yep, and maybe an exclusive horse or or big sign in the air, and have an arrow be like, this guy bought the $60 version.
Right. No. I mean, we're laughing about that and joking about that, but it's true. Like, people value that kind of shit.
Yep.
People put huge value on that, which is nuts to me. But I mean, that's the MMO culture these days.
I mean, they're doing something like that for H1Z1. You spend the $20, they're going to probably give you exclusive junk.
A little icon above your head.
Yeah, let's talk about H1Z1 and paying the exclusive content. You know how many people didn't get their airdrops and how many people got pissed off because what they paid for never came through?
Really?
So, yeah, Sony just, shat that one out, let's say.
Wow.
I think they are
For
fixing
shame.
that. Like, it's
I
meant
hope so.
more of, they said it's meant more of like a community event, like a way to spawn community events in that world.
Yeah.
Right. It's unbelievable. All right, that's enough
yeah.
Elder Scrolls talk for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Charlie, you got something really quick?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, it wasn't important because it was H1Z1 that has nothing to do with that spot, so continue.
Okay. Well, who knows? We might get... No, we're never going to get H1Z1. Who am I kidding?
I got
Sony
it.
franchise.
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
How is it? I'll talk to you about it later.
If I got a PS4, I'd get it, for sure. Looks cool. All right, so... New announcements this week coming from the people at Xbox about some upcoming big games that were shown off at E3, and these aren't all necessarily AAAs, but they are good games nonetheless, and games that have been hyped up by Xbox. So, and they are coming during the quote unquote dead period of late spring, early summer kind of thing. So let's start with the one that I think we probably know most about. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Scream Ride shown off. I think at E3. Basically like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but on steroids. Turtle.
From what I've seen, they've said it's a cross between Roller Coaster Tycoon and the Burnout series, like Burnout Revenge or whatever.
Right. So it's coming to Xbox One. Actually, excuse me. It's coming to both Xbox One and 360. $40 for Xbox One, $30 for 360. It's coming on March 3rd. So yes, so crazy. You can just build crazy roller coasters and stuff. Graphics look incredible.
I
tons
will
of
have that
collisions.
day one.
Turtle's gonna have that day one. He'll probably be streaming it. So
I will.
follow his channel on Twitch if you want to check that out. Yeah, I didn't think there was too much like crashing into walls and stuff, but there's a photo we're showing where there's like targets on the walls that you can crash into.
I think it might have something to do with maybe in-game challenges or something.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Just a guess.
Either of the other guys, anything on Scream Ride?
$40 seems kind of high on Xbox One for that type of game. Not gonna lie. I mean, I never played the other one previous, whatever they made, but
Yeah.
it just $40 for a simulation type thing. It's
Yeah.
kind of high.
I mean, they haven't shown any gameplay of it yet. It's all just been like cinematic trailers.
Right.
So they haven't shown anything from it, so we don't know like what kind of content it's going to have. It could
Hopefully-
be worth the 40.
Hopefully, to make it worth the 40 for me, it's gonna have to have like multiplayer, like concurrent world building. Like you're gonna have to both be able to build the roller coaster at the same time, both be able to test it.
Kind of like Zoo Tycoon, right?
Kind of like Zoo Tycoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Zoo Tycoon.
But see, here's the thing. What you were just saying, all of that about multiplayer, building parks together and everything, Roller Coaster Tycoon World, the next game in the series is coming to PC this year also, and that's why I have all of what you just mentioned.
All right, so I mean, I'm hopeful for it. It looked really
Yeah,
cool.
but
It's different.
They're just like two completely different games, so you can't really compare them.
Right. Assassin, anything on this before we move on?
The price is just too high. I
Too high?
mean, when played Zoo Tycoon, it was $20. It didn't even seem like it should be a $20 game. It could be more free to play than anything, but
Right.
I mean, we'll see what they bring to the table.
Right. So not a lot of info on that yet. It does release kind of soon, so they got to push out some gameplay videos, I think, to get people hyped up for it.
Maybe
But,
we'll see some developer streams or something soon.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'll be looking out for those. Next in the order of knowledge, I think, would be State of Decay, Year 1 Survival Edition, coming to Xbox One on April 28th, and it's going to be $30. I'm kind of surprised about that price, honestly.
Yeah.
It's going to have everything that the 360 version had, souped up graphics. It's going to fix all the graphical glitches and stuff, because I remember reading some reviews back in the day and them saying that back on the 360, when was this game released on 360? Like
I think it was 2013.
2013, yeah. Yeah, there were like graphical glitches, frame rate stutters, pop in, biting off more than they could chew really on the world, and it's gonna look great apparently. Anything on State of Decay? Anybody?
I don't know. Is it gonna be like that How to Survive or whatever? Like it looked like it had the same basic gameplay.
No, well, it's way different. Like the way it's played is way different as well. I mean, it's the same premise, but I mean, it's played way differently. It's a different view. It's a completely different view. So in that you play it differently.
The way these prices are going for these types of games is just going to confuse everybody, because you got games coming out, digital download for like what, $14.99. You got other ones coming out for like $20.99, $29.99. Then this one comes out for whatever, and the next one comes out for $9.99. It's just throwing the prices all over the marketplace. They need to be consistent with arcade titles and stuff on Xbox One. It's going to confuse developers themselves too.
Yeah.
Yeah, prices are definitely everywhere. Don't forget about Riptide GP2 being released tomorrow. Or it might have just went live, I don't know. You said it went live earlier, Inferno.
Yeah. We'll talk about
Yeah.
that more in a minute. Don't bring that up quite yet.
Alright.
Don't spoil it. Assassin, anything about State of Decay?
How much was it on the 360?
That I don't know. I think it was probably 20.
Yeah, I think it was $19.99, which will actually be the price for previous owners on that Xbox One, they get a discount.
Right, $10 discount if you had it on the Xbox One. So bring it back down.
Ridiculous.
And is there DLC to the game?
There was
Yeah,
DLC
it's
to the
included.
original. It's all included. So.
I know, but how much was it on the 360?
Oh, that I
It's
don't
like-
know.
$9.99 maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know.
So you would think that if the game is $20 and the DLC's $9.99, and so that's $30 there, you'd think that they would
Make it
maybe
cheaper.
yeah
Yeah.
be like maybe 25 $5 you're saving $5 or something. Because I mean, if I had it on the 360 with the DLC, I probably wouldn't spend the money.
Yeah, like look at Minecraft for example. Okay, Minecraft was $20. If you had the Xbox 360 version, it was $5. Like a quarter of the price. Like that's not. That's a standard that I think they should be establishing to get people to come over and rebuy it.
And
You know what I mean?
all their skin packs and everything that they bought on 360 was free.
Yeah. So.
I mean, the difference between State of Decay, State of Decay probably didn't sell billions
No,
copies
no.
compared to
Certainly
Minecraft.
not.
so
Certainly not. No, that's an excellent point
so
because.
that could be a reason why they put it at 5 instead of
Yep. No.
10.
100% agree. But people who are into these games, I heard it was good. Metacritic scores were like low 80s on this, so yeah, check it out if you're into zombie survival games because it's supposed to be a good one. As we said, it comes out April 28th. And the one that I think we know the least about, and the weirdest game, Ori in the Blind Forest. I know nothing about this game.
I remember seeing the trailer at E3.
I remember seeing it as well. It was very intriguing because of all the colors and everything. But I know nothing about it. It comes to Xbox One for $20. I don't know why I didn't put that in the slide. My bad. And it comes on March 11th. So does anyone know anything about Ori and the Blind Forest?
Nothing.
Me neither.
I
Unfortunately.
know it looks like some kind of like fantasy game.
Very, very. It's not fantasy like Gianna Sisters, though.
Yeah.
It's like very trippy fantasy. I know literally nothing about it.
I don't either.
But they're really pushing it hard. A lot of people were impressed with it at E3. I remember that. Other than that, I know nothing about it. If anyone in the chat knows anything about it, then please feel free.
It looks really good.
It looks good for sure. It's very colorful, very graphically beautiful and refined. I just don't know what it's about. So it's kind of like Limbo was when Limbo. You can't compare the graphics really, but Limbo was very when that came out. It was very hidden, very subdued. Like people didn't know what that was all about before it came out, and then that caught on, became really popular. But yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest. We know nothing about it, so we shall move on. Just know that it comes out March 11th, and it is $20. So true arcade title there, indie arcade, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's move on. We got a few things to talk about before we end. New releases and remakes here. We've got a couple new releases this week. Those would include Saints Row Re-elected, Saints Row 4 Re-elected, Saints Row Get Out of Hell add-on / solo add-on. What would you call it?
I'd say it's more like a standalone.
Standalone add-on, and Resident Evil HD. So before we get to Resident Evil, let's talk about Saints Row because a couple of guys have it. So Re-elected came out. It's basically Saints Row 4 with all the DLC, a little bit upgraded graphics. A couple of guys will talk more about the graphics. Came out on Tuesday for $30. The Get Out of Hell standalone expansion, you can buy it standalone, obviously. $20 came out on Tuesday. You can also buy it in a bundle. It disappeared for a little bit, but I think it's back. $49.49 for the bundle, so you save, what, 49 cents? Like, literally,
It's ridiculous.
Thanks for the savings, bro.
Absolutely
Thanks for the
ridiculous.
savings. But typical, just typical. Anyway, so Saints Row, guys, talk about it. Talk about your experiences. That go.
Well,
Go ahead, Turtle.
yeah.
Take it away.
First, go ahead.
I mean, I've played maybe 8 or 9 hours on it so far since release, and I gotta say I'm enjoying it. I missed it on last gen, so having all the DLC there is a bonus. But I think they did a really good job of like blending in the DLC with it, because you kind of don't know, like, if you didn't play it last gen, you don't know like what the DLC is, like the way they blended it. But graphically, it's not a big improvement compared to other re-releases.
Yeah. No, it's no Tomb Raider for sure.
Oh. I mean, the draw distance is a little bit better. Like, you can see farther out, but like, there's still a lot of like aliasing, like rough edges and everything.
Gotcha. Yeah, J Street says in the chat, great savings, LOL. Yep. No kidding, right? Thanks for the bundle savings, bruh. Clowns, what were you gonna say about it? You just got it recently, so.
Yeah, I mean, I got it just to have a Saints Row game on the Xbox One, even though I didn't really want to get it. You know, I just love Saints Row, but I didn't like Saints Row 4 as much.
Yep.
As for me, looking at the graphics on the 360 versus the Xbox One, I felt like I was playing like the 360 version of Halo 2. Now, it felt kind of squarish to me, like around the corners, the edges. So I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
The movement's still fluid though. I mean, the movement's great, no issues there. And it's still got a cool Saints Row story just because it's more humorous than other stuff out there, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd say for $29 with all the DLC, just the Saints Row 4 re-elected, it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I missed it last gen, so like I was also debating on buying it. I set probably like looking at the pre-order option on the store, and it was just like, you know what, I'll get it. And I'm glad I did, because I played Saints Row 2 and 3, but I forgot how much I loved the Saints Row series until I played 4. So like,
see, the thing for me is that I love the Saints Row series. Saints Row 1 and 2, absolutely loved. Like, had me converted from GTA. Had no interest in GTA 4 at that point. GTA 4 comes out, barely even touched that game. And then, you know, Saints Row 3 comes out. It was good. It looked good. It was a little on the crazy side, but I was okay with it. And then this comes out for 360, like in August of 2013 or whatever it was. And holy hell, is this zany as hell. Like, it's just, it's just absolute craziness. And it turned me off a little bit. Like, it was a huge step away from the Saints Row series, as you guys have said. But
yeah,
shit.
same thing happened to me. I watched the announcement trailer for it, and they started talking about like all these like superpowers and everything that you get. I was just like, what is this?
Yeah, right? Right, exactly. So, it reminds me... oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, actually playing it, it's a lot more fun than you would expect it to be.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, it looks crazy, and you're like, I'm not going to get into this, especially if you were a fan of Saints Row 1 and 2. But you actually stop playing it, and you're like, holy hell, this is fun. Like, especially in co-op. That's huge, having a game like that in real co-op. None of this fake stuff that Watch Dogs offered.
Yeah, the entire game is co-op. The campaign, the side missions, the free roam, like, everything's there in co-op.
Interesting question in the chat just came from J Street. He asked, quick question if you have time to answer. It's not really relevant at this time, but I mean, it kind of is, because we're talking about the graphics and making a kind of a big deal about it. He asks, gameplay or graphics or controls, in what order? So I think that's an interesting question. I think we should take that one. For me, I'll go first. The order for me is gameplay, graphics, then controls, because I can learn a bad control scheme, I feel. If a game's got a horrible control scheme, then forget it. But if it's got a control scheme that makes a little bit of sense, I can learn that, and I don't want to miss out on a game just because it has bad control scheme. But if it's 720p versus 1080p, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. To be frank
30 frames, 60 frames, yeah.
30 frames, 60 frames, not a huge deal unless it's shooters, to be honest. But Clowns posted his in the chat. What'd you say, Clowns?
Same as you, pretty much. I mean, I like gameplay. Right? If as long as it keeps me intrigued, I love it.
Right.
Graphics are secondary. Controls,
Right.
last. Kind of like Murdered Soul Suspect would be a perfect example in this category right here.
Nice.
For me, I would say actually kind of the opposite. I would say gameplay, controls, and then graphics.
Really? You find,
Yes.
So if a game has horrible controls, you might give it a skip?
Yes, because I mean, like, I've always loved, like, for Assassin's Creed, for example, I've always loved the series, but I can't get into it because the controls just, like, feel slow, and, like, if you've ever played it, you know what I mean, like, whenever you're, like, climbing a building and, like, it starts going another way, like, jumping over a wall or something when you're trying to, like, get on top of the wall and run.
Right.
Like, just kind of like wonky stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good one because for Assassin's Creed I thought the same thing, and then like getting into it was hard because of the controls, but then after learning it I was kind of into it.
It's not just Assassin's Creed, but like there's been other games in the past that's been like that.
Clowns makes a good point in the chat. Turtle loved the crew, so graphics is clearly at the back end of the at the totem pole. Because that game looked like poo poo graphically.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Same with Saints Row,
graphics don't
apparently.
matter.
Yeah, so screw that. Assassin, you want to give your order real quick?
Gameplay is definitely number one. I mean, if it has sucky gameplay, I mean, might as well just throw the game in the recycling bin. Not literally though, but and then the graphics and controls are gonna basically be tied because I mean, if you have crap controls, you're not gonna enjoy the game, but you do get used to them as Evolve or Assassin's Creed.
Right. Right.
But I mean, graphics to me, I mean, it's not a really big deal.
Right.
I mean, if it's a big game and they're advertising the graphics are so amazing and then they suck, we got a problem here.
Right. Good question, J Street. And the reason you asked is because driving the Warthog on Halo 1. Yeah, I agree. That was a bitch.
I agree too.
But when you get used to it, it's like riding a bike, dude. It's like riding a bike.
It wasn't that difficult to drive it on the PC version, but the Master Chief Collection. The Master Chief Collection was my first time playing Combat Evolved on the console, and I was just like sitting with my Xbox controller, like, how do I do this?
Right.
Like I kept like throwing grenades or whatever, trying to like press the gas, and there is no gas button acceleration.
Right. So so that was a good question. Thank you. I know that kind of like diverted us a little bit, but it was a good question. Excellent question. So I'm glad we took it. Now, really quick, just back to Saints Row. Get Out of Hell. Nobody has in the panel. It's just a standalone expansion. You can buy if you just want to taste the Saints Row. You want to buy, a $20 game, get a little taste, play something really crazy. I suggest you watch a stream before you do so, and check it out, or watch some YouTube videos or something because for $10 more you can get Saints Row 4, and it's very full featured, that game.
This I've heard is only like 6 or 7 hours, depending on how fast you go through the game.
Right.
It's like and besides that, it's like a reskin of Saints Row 4. Right. It's like a DLC that they just never released or something. That's what it feels like. I would say though, I am surprised that they didn't milk it and try to make it a higher price game.
Right. So that's the Saints Row stuff. Resident Evil HD, what can we say? I mean, it's basically Resident Evil. It came out in 1996 for the PlayStation. Here we are, almost 20 years later. How crazy is that? Oh my god, I feel old. And it looks gorgeous and plays essentially the same. And it's very nostalgic. Am I right, Turtle?
Let's say it came out in 96. I was only 2 when it came out.
So yeah, I'm gonna guess you didn't give that one a go back on the PlayStation.
No, this release is my first time playing it. But I'm
liking
loving
it. Liking it? Good, yeah. See,
I mean,
it's
I'm
short.
dying a lot, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's short, dude. I mean, it's $20, but I mean, for the nostalgia and to play one of the one of the most iconic games, of recent times, I'd say it's definitely worth a go for 20. Any of the other guys have anything to say about Resident Evil? Nothing to say. Yeah, Resident Evil. I mean, I loved it for the PlayStation. I mean, I didn't play it in 96 because I didn't have a PlayStation in 96, but I did get a chance to play it, and I thought it was great. So I'm definitely going to pick it up, just for nostalgia's sake. And yeah, I mean, Assassin was asking me, how long is Resident Evil? He was asking me like a couple days ago or something. How long is Resident Evil? Because like there's achievements to beat it like in 3 hours or something. Is that right, Assassin? 3 hours?
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah. So I mean, it's short. So tame your expectations, essentially. Oh, we lost Turtle somehow. Bye, Turtle. He'll come back. And now we're moving on to his favorite topic, which is Riptide GP, and he's not even here to discuss it. Can you believe this kid? Unbelievable. This is a live show, people. Please bear with us. Anyway, so Riptide, we've played it a little bit from Vector Unit. They gave us a review copy. Shout out to them. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. It did recently come out. They said it was going to come out tomorrow, but it released a little earlier. It is $5. It's like Wave Race. It's just like Riptide GP for the Android. And it has no online multiplayer. That's what I have to say about it. Anybody else?
I gotta say, the game itself, I am impressed with, especially at what the rumored price is from what people said already on the dashboard.
Yeah, $5.
I can see myself playing it when I got nothing else to play in my spare time. I think the graphics in the water is fantastic for the type of game it is. But I would have to agree with you that the multiplayer not being there right now is kind of lackluster for that game, because the multiplayer could have added so much value to that. But again, you got to take into fact that it seems to be priced right if we got the price correct.
Yeah, yep. Definitely agree. Hold on, we're going to try to get Turtle back in here really quick. No, his internet is out for good, so he's gone for now, but luckily we're at the end of the show almost, so no big deal. Assassin, you have anything to say about Riptide real quick?
I haven't played it much, but my first opinion, I'm not a huge fan of it. But I don't really care for games sort of like that. The only one I didn't really care for was the one at an arcade where you're racing in giant boats. You know what I'm talking about? And
yeah, Hydro Thunder.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the only really game like that I actually preferred.
Exactly. No, it's exactly like that, dude. It's crazy because is he reconnecting to the call? He may be. Hopefully. Anyway, just real quick, deals with gold, and then we're out of here. Deals with gold this week. Chariot, which was a games with gold, which in my opinion was awful. $7.50. That's 50% off of normal price. We've got Sunset Overdrive, 40% off this week for both the regular edition and the deluxe edition. So $35.99 for the regular. Deluxe is gonna be hitting you for what, $47.99. And then we've got Dead Rising 3 for $30. That's 40% off. That's the Apocalypse edition that includes all the DLC, or almost all of it. Let me see if we can get Turtle back in here just really quick. Oh yes, we have Turtle back.
Yay! I don't know what happened. My entire internet just went offline.
Turtle, just really quick. Riptide GP.
Thoughts?
In 1 minute or less.
Spit 'em out.
Okay, really good graphics, and for the price, it is really fun.
Okay, good. Excellent. Back to deals with gold. The only one
Hurry, go.
the only one I didn't mention, I think, is the Crew Platinum pack or whatever the hell it is. Gives you 600,000 crew credits.
Yeah, we all need that.
That's 20% off, Turtle, in case you want to buy some microtransactions. But it is still $40, so...
Yeah, not for that price.
So deals with gold, just quickly, what do we think? Chariot?
No. Yeah, no.
There's no way I would buy a Chariot for $750.
Sunset
Absolutely
Overdrive
not.
is a decent price.
Yeah, $36? I think that's worth it.
Great
And
deal. Pick that
I'm-
game up. It's got a great story.
Maybe Dead Rising for 30 since it is
It's the Apocalypse Edition,
Yeah,
but-
it's the complete.
But it's so
Package.
It's still broken, dude. I mean,
I don't think
there's
it's broken.
glitches
I
here,
didn't have
there, and
any.
everywhere. The graphics...
I mean, the graphics aren't the best, but I mean, I don't think it's broken because I never had any issues with it.
Inferno has a ton of issues.
Dude, I've been like through 4 Xboxes. I have the same damn issue. And I have
I've
it
never had
digitally
any.
now. I have it digitally now, and it still has the same issue. I just don't get it. I've
I
kinda
sold
given up.
mine today.
You got... Yeah, see?
Yeah, I traded in at GameStop. Sadly, though, I did like the game, but I just wanted to get Saints Row 4 and didn't want to, shell out any cash. I should have went to Elite Trade. However, $29.99, I would say that's a great deal for all the DLC.
All the DLC, yeah.
Yeah, especially, does that come with that, what is it, that, like, weird multiplayer DLC?
No, dude, not the super duper arcade hyper edition plus or whatever. No, it doesn't come with that.
See, they should throw that in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I agree. See, that looked fun as hell.
Mhm.
Hopefully that goes on sale soon, because I would think about picking that up, because I think that might actually work for me. Unlike the
Is
real game.
is that a DLC or is it like a standalone?
I think that's a DLC. I could be wrong about that, though. I have been wrong before, so... But yeah, so that's deals with gold this week. What do you think about the Crew, Turtle? $40 for 600,000 crew credits, Turtle.
You can go through some crew credits really fast in that game. I don't think that's a really good deal.
No kidding, it's not, dude. These microtransactions are out of control.
Turtle, I'll tell you what's a great deal, and just hear me out here. If you, little turtle boy, buy Dead Rising 3 at $29.99 with all the DLC, for me and Assassin both can play it, and that is a deal, my friend, that you should do immediately for us.
That's your $30 better spent than $40 on the Crew.
Well, at least then I'll have somebody to play online on Dead Rising with.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, that's our show. We only went over by like 10 minutes or so. Sorry, I know. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm kind of impressed that we got through it that quick, actually. But as always, if you missed the show at any point in life, please go to YouTube. Username there is 4GwQuarters. So go check out the archived shows there. Make some comments. Do the likey thing. Do the subscribey thing. If you're watching currently and aren't following, please do hit the follow button to follow our Twitch channel. That would be incredible, and we would love to see some common guests that we can interact with. Also, on Twitter, please hit us up there. Follow us there. 4GwQPodcast is our handle. And our website, last but definitely not least, we've been making some awesome changes over there thanks to Clowns. We've got some new reviews going up there as well. Not only Xbox games, but Wii U stuff, some Vita stuff, soon some iPhone and Android stuff. We're going to have all the things. So please hit us up there, 4GwQuarters.com. And again, thanks to XboxCulture.com. And did I miss a shout out for anything? Assassin, any quick news for us before we get on
Follow us on Facebook. 4GwQuarters.
Oh, right. I got to add the Facebook. I keep forgetting the Facebook. Next week it'll be added. It'll be there.
Nobody likes Facebook.
I love Facebook.
All right, then Turtle, follow us on Google Plus because we still got something on there, and we got something on Pinterest, even though we haven't logged in there in a while.
Ooh. I want to get my baking recipes on Pinterest for 4GwQuarters. We'll have our
Absolutely.
on Pinterest we'll have 4GwQuarters. Maybe we'll have some 4GwQuarters like cookies or something.
There we go.
go.
We can
And,
interview that chick from YouTube that does all the Nintendo baked goods and stuff. My wife follows her. We should interview her on the show.
Yes, dude, that'd be incredible. She can help our Pinterest account.
Yeah, turn you into the 4 guys with burgers.
That's fine. Whatever. We're open to suggestions. So, anyway, thank you guys for coming by. Awesome show, gentlemen. Thank you, and we will see you guys later. Peace.
But
Thanks, everybody.